Santa is the king of the gods. Santa Claus, aka St. Nicholas, is a fraud foisted on us pagans during the Christianization of Germanic and Nordic Europe. There, I said it. St. Nicholas, who lived in the late 3rd and early 4th century, belonged to a wealthy family and is most famous for saving 3 poor young sisters from a probable life of probable prostitution by giving them money for their dowries and thereby getting them married off. Why a man getting paid off to marry a woman doesn't make the man a hooker beats the hell out of me. But that is neither here nor there. The main point is that Nicholas gave away presents. His birthday is celebrated on January 6th. He was a skinny bugger, apparently, may or may not have had a beard, and certainly didn't have much hair. His daddy, another priest, this was before the whole priests couldn't get married and couldn't have sex silliness came about, gave him a tonsure when he ordained his little Nicky into the priesthood. A tonsure is the weird, partly shaved head sort of haircut they were into back then. Old St. Nick didn't have diddly to do with December 25th, which is when the old pagan world celebrated the winter solstice. Why they did so on the 25th is a bit of a mystery, since they jolly well knew the solstice oscillates between the 20th and the 23rd. It was probably because the latest sunrise of the year is a couple of days after the actual solstice, and in the winter, you really want that sun to start coming up earlier and earlier. Making it a fixed date made it easier to know when you had to get all your solstice shopping done by, too. Now, what happened on the solstice, and who did what that most closely resembles what our Santa Claus did, taking into consideration that Santa first started showing up in Germanic and Nordic Europe? The solstice is when Odin, the king of the gods, rode the winter sky on his 8-footed horse, Sleipnir, distributing gifts to all his people. Odin, Woden, Wotan, also known as Yulnir, who was the lord of the Yuletide. Woden, with long white hair and long white beard, stout of figure. Odin, the leader of the wild hunt, the hunt that most often occurred at midwinter, hunting the souls of the departed, accompanied by his Valkyries. The good children of Odin got presents. The bad got the wild hunt. Odin was also the lord of Elfheim, the home of the elves. And those elves were not little guys who wanted to be dentists. They were fierce warriors, they were. The pieces fall into place. This is what Christianity has left us with. No more Roman Saturnalia at the winter solstice with its orgies and feasts. No more wild hunts with Valkyries. No king of the gods. Just a jolly fat man in a silly red suit. You may read the text of this on my blog at bydean.com. That's BHAIDIN.com.